I mean, what do you think the industry is going to look like moving forward? Are we going to see a fragmentation, boutique firms? How are the larger firms going to respond to times like this, Tean?
Well, it's just I just was thinking about this in preparation for today's discussion, and it's a bit like a jack in the box. It's just so much pressure's built up. It's got to give at some point, and you're going to get startled when it does. I don't think we can continue on much longer than this. Realistically, I walk down the street and the shops are shut, and these are businesses, the cash businesses and cafes and just day-to-day shops, and they're shut, and they've been shut for months, and it just can't continue and without an impact on people. And I think the second lockdown in Sydney has really affected people a lot more than the first. People I talk to have a much bigger mental health impact. It's been a lot harder on them. And undoubtedly financial considerations are a major, major factor in that. And in our industry, we sit looking at the opportunities that restructuring and insolvency provides, but there's a human cost to these things as well.
Yeah, no, thanks, Nick. Look, there's probably two comments that Tean made and yourself made, and that the conversations, referring to Tean's comment, the conversations that I'm having now does tend to see that the element of distress and concern amongst the business owners is much different to what it was last year. So we're seeing a lot more desperation there. The second point too is we have been seeing, certainly in the last 12 months, a shift towards businesses getting used to getting handouts, and I've had a number of conversations with my referrers where they basically say, I have to educate my clients again because they are starting to complain about why JobKeeper was coming to an end, or why when JobSaver, they have got so used to these government handouts, they've lost the ability to actually want to generate revenue. They're just becoming almost like a socialist business in a way. And so that's concerning in the sense that, well, that should be a temporary shift, but we might have another temporary adjustment that happens to re-educate and get these people back into the mindset that we are in a capitalist economy, and we are in an economy where you got to look after yourself. So I think at the moment that's the worrying part about the whole situation we have with COVID, is that the actual business owners, there's a good portion of them out there that have become quite complacent and used to being given handouts, and that's going to come back to bear on them in the future. It's certainly it's concerning to see there's all these government loans and all these things, and it makes sense to some extent, right? But nothing's perfect. It's all been a bit of a trial and error for the government, and really they have to just businesses owners need to get their mind back into accepting that they're going to have to look after their own obligations.
Well, look, I think, unfortunately, I just hope that we don't lose the skills of resilience